Hey, Russell of Hotels going live for a couple of minutes. You guys know how I do it. Today is Tuesday. Tuesday what? I don't know what the date is. Today is Tuesday, January 7th. It's the first Tuesday in the new year. Hope you guys are doing well, or at least the first Tuesday in January, right? I guess it is for the new year, right? The first Tuesday. Yeah, it is. I had to look at the calendar. Hey, this is On Air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show that everyone's been talking about. All of 2024, they're all talking about it, and I think they're talking about it before then, but we're only just going to go as far back as 224. So moving into 25, they're still talking about it. So today is show number 282. Hope you guys are doing well. Now, this is just the monologue section. The show hasn't started yet for the most part, right? So I'm going to do a little talking before I get to the show. As you can see, I'm not sure if you remember or knew this or not, but for the holidays, specifically Christmas, I was out of the country, right? I was actually in Morocco, as you can see from this, the photo or video. Morocco, but before that, I was in Spain, France as well. Two cities in Spain, Malaga. Well, actually three: Malaga, Marbella, and Barcelona. Okay, so different parts of Spain. Marbella and Malaga are in the southern part of Spain, which is not too far from Morocco. It's literally less than an hour and a half flight from Malaga, Spain to Marrakesh, Morocco. So didn't make any sense to be that close to Morocco and not go and experience it. So as you can see, when I mean experience, I mean it is definitely an experience. Now this right here is kind of it's a walkway, kind of I mean, I guess we would call it like an alley or whatever, but it's narrow as heck. As you can tell, no cars can park. No cars can drive through here. You see motorcycles, scooters. You'll see some carriages like a horse-drawn carriage or donkey-drawn carriage. It was all about the vibe, all about the experience there, and definitely it was a great experience. I would go back because it was just the vibe was just it was cool. The vibe was cool. I mean, there's no other way to put it but to say that the vibe was cool, and I definitely loved the experience. So I definitely would go back again. It ain't for everybody though. Okay, so if you got, oh, I don't like this. Oh, this is that. Well, then don't go there. If you got a lot of these, I don't, you shouldn't go. Don't go. All right, go to another place. Go to another place that's more like America. Okay, because if you go on some of these places you go, you're thinking, oh, well, I'm used to this. I'm used to that. Well, then you need to be used to that somewhere else. So I gotta say it, right? I gotta say it because everything is not for everybody. First of all, you got to pack your patience. You got to have, you got to think outside not out just outside the box, but what outside the square, the outside of the triangle, outside of the circle. You got to think outside of that. Okay, I'm just saying, so if you're traveling, you've been traveling, or you're thinking about traveling, just remember, I mean, do your research on the destinations that you're going to. Look at customs and things like that because that's very important that you know what the customs are. Because a lot of times we take our American attitudes places and we think everything is going to be fine and dandy. Well, it's not. So, I mean, sometimes it can be, but sometimes you can go to destinations or other countries that are far from American habits and cultures and everything, and we just oh, it should be like this, or should no, it shouldn't be. It should be the way it is. Okay, so I gotta say it. I'm not one to bite my tongue. So there you go. If you're one of those people that can't, doesn't want to pack their patience and think everything's gonna be like it is at home, don't go. So anyway, the comments are open. This is, like I said, the monologue. We'll start the show in a minute, but let me just make sure this is a time for me to kind of just put everything in place, make sure things are working, sound is there, the picture is there, all that kind of stuff. Comments are open. We're live on YouTube. We're live on LinkedIn. This is show number 282, like I said, and it's Tuesday, January 7th. You guys do like what they call New Year's resolutions and all that. I guess years ago I used to do resolutions, but now I'm like, why? Just whatever you're gonna do, just do it. And if you're gonna do like a vision board, I don't let anybody know. I don't even know let anyone know what my New Year's resolution is. I may let you know what I'm working on at that moment, but what are your resolutions? Well, they're for me, right? If I'm doing a resolution or if I'm doing a vision board, I do it for me because I'm the one that has to see it. I'm the one that has to make it happen. So I don't know why that came about, but with me, I just said, you know what? I'm gonna make some stuff happen. I may have some things, put down. I have done vision boards before, but only I saw them. No one else saw them. I didn't have to share that with anyone because to me, it's about me. And if I'm gonna make some things, come into play, I mean, it's all about me and all about me seeing it. You don't have to see it. So when we get caught up in all that stuff, and then if it doesn't come true, I don't have to tell anybody. No one's gonna know. Like, well, didn't you say you're gonna do this? And where is it? Where are you with that? So there you go. There you go. So I don't do them. So I used to, but don't do them anymore. But anyway, the comment sections are open. So feel free to make your comments if you're on LinkedIn, YouTube. If you do not follow me on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Go to YouTube, Russell of Hotels. Go there, hit that button. It says subscribe. Hit it. Bing. It'll do just like that. Bing. And then anytime I go live on YouTube, you'll see me and you'll be like, oh my God, you get a notification. And you'll be like, oh my God, Russell's going live. Let me go see what he's talking about. Because he always has something good to say. And he's so funny. He's so witty. So, but anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna put you guys on hold for a second. You're gonna hear the not theme music. What was I gonna say? You're gonna hear my intro, and then we're gonna get started. We got, we don't have a big show. I mean, a big show. It's what going into 25. These are gonna be a little shorter. I'm trying to streamline the show if I can. So, but if people come on and people have comments and things like that. That's what I like. We're all about engagement. So I love that and I welcome that. So if I have to be on here for 2 hours answering questions and talking to people, I'll do that. That's fine. But if none of that is happening, then yeah, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to condense it to, well, less than an hour. So there you go. So anyway, I'm going to put you on hold for a second and I'll be back and we'll start the show. Number 282. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? Did anybody think that I'd be at damn near 300 shows? Huh. I didn't think that either. I'll be honest. I didn't think that either. And that was never one of my New Year's resolutions, or it was never on my vision board. It was just something that it was in my vision. It was in my mind. It was a vision in my mind. Okay, so, but anyway, let me put you on hold, and we're going to start the intro right now.
Welcome to On Air with Russell of Hotels, where we talk about everything hospitality, from hotels to influencers and everything in between. We will feature guest interviews with hospitality professionals who will share their experiences. Your host, Russell Edmond, has spent over 25 years in the hospitality industry, beginning his career with Marriott International in hotel operations before moving into the sales arena and becoming a relationship building director of sales and marketing. Russell then went to the other side as a hospitality entrepreneur. He now consults in the hotel and meeting space, which includes being the CEO of Russell of Hotels Group. Did I mention he was a veggie foodie? Yes. Russell is always looking for good non-meat eats. Please welcome your host, Russell Edmond.
Hey, hey, hey. Sound on my intro is low. Okay, I thought I'd put that up, but thank you so much. I appreciate that. Is my voice coming through okay? Let's see. What am I? Am I on number 1 or number 2? Is my voice coming? I'm getting some just for the people that are on the podcast. I'm getting messages that my intro was low, and I thought I put it up. So I'm asking, is my voice, at least my voice, can you hear me okay? I don't know what's going on with the intro. I'll have to fix that. Oh my God, I see what it is. I know exactly what it is. That's not on. Oh my gosh, I wonder what that's gonna do. Is that gonna do something? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I can't mess with that now. I can't mess. Here, you like, okay, thank you so much. I can't mess with that now, but yeah, I'm looking at the roadcaster, my partner in crime, the roadcaster, and something is not lit up. Something is amiss. But anyway, we're gonna get through the show, and I'll have to fix that later. But anyway, thank you guys so much. It's show number 282. Thank you so much, Marsha. I appreciate you coming on and saying what you said and making those comments because it's all about, it's all about voice of love. Okay, thank you so much, Stacy. I appreciate that as well. So there you go. We got family on the show. So show number 282. Once again, today is Tuesday, January 7th. And yeah, this picture again is from Morocco. So had like I said, a great experience. Food was great. I don't eat meat, right? So I'm all about the non-meat eat. So some of these countries, and for people that, keeping score here, Morocco is in North Africa. Okay. It's on the continent of Africa. Some people, I was talking to somebody the other day, they thought it was in India. I'm like, okay, let's get out our book. Let's do Google Maps real quick and let's see where Morocco actually is. Okay, so, but yeah, it is in North Africa. It's right across from Spain. Okay, so you cross a body of water, the Strait of Gibraltar. I mean, that's part of it, and you go into Morocco from there. But it's literally like an hour. I said an hour and a half. I think that's actually too long. I want to say it's about an hour and 15-minute flight. So it didn't take long to get there at all, and it's an experience from when you land to when you get to the city. I mean, it is an experience. We also did a camel excursion as well as quad runners, four, ATVs, four wheelers or whatever out in the desert. So that was an experience as well. The highlight of my experience was it was eating, of course, and that Moroccan tea. Oh my goodness, that Moroccan tea was it's the business. I'll just say that it is. In fact, I brought like a bag full, of a bag. I brought like a kilo of tea back. Different types of tea. But it was definitely, like I said, an experience. I was on the food tour to make sure they had enough. All the places we went had non-meat eats for me. There was options. Not saying that I was looking for 100% vegan restaurants and things like that. No, I was looking for a restaurant that had vegan options, or they were at least open enough to change some things or bring me specific things and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I was able to do that. It didn't matter if it was Morocco, Barcelona, or Marbella or Malaga. Even in Paris, France, they were able to do some of the things. So yeah, so it was great. Like I said, the experience was something. It was something out there. Okay, let me just make sure. I forgot. I can put the comments on my screen. Put the comments on your screen. So yeah, so she said the intro was low, so I need to fix that. And let's see. Let me put another one up there. Okay, and then she can hear me loud and clear. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And then yeah, voice loud and clear. So I got two people telling me that it's okay now. You can hear me. I do appreciate that. So anyone, everybody can make comments, right? It's all about the engagement. So make the comments, and just like I put those comments on the screen, I will put your comments on the screen as well. But yeah, so it was, yeah, definitely, like I said, and I'm not gonna go into this again, but if you have an opportunity to go to different countries and experience them, definitely do that. But like I said, leave that American attitude, at the plane. Pick it up when you're going back on the plane going back home. Okay. So, because there's a lot of things that go on in different countries that don't go around here in the States, right? So, we should first pack our patience, which I always say, and then two, check our attitudes at the plane, pick it up on the return flight. Okay, because if you come into certain countries and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this, I can't believe that, oh they got snake charmers there. Oh my God, they got just cobra snakes just roaming around. Well, hey, if you don't like it, don't go. Get away from it. Stay away from it. Okay. But yeah, so there's I guess they're called snake charmers, right? So they're blowing their flutes. I think I don't know if it's a flute or some type of horn, and forgive my ignorance on that. I don't know the name of the instrument that they use, but yeah, they're definitely that is a thing. That is definitely happening, and you can take a photo with them. They'll take the photo, but in fact, I have a video, and I'll show it next week. I have a video of the the snake charmer taking a video with someone in the background, and the snake is actually attacking the phone. He's like, it's attacking the phone, right? The cell phone. It wasn't my phone, someone else's phone. So, but yeah, but I'm gonna show you that. I'll show you that next time. I forgot all about that. But yeah, so that was cool. But the camo things and the ATV and like I said, just the food and all that stuff, and the Riyadh where we stayed, and this right here. So a Riyadh, and I'll get to that. And in fact, can I just change? Boop. Okay, so this is the blog, but the the bed or the bedroom in the background, that's a riad. Okay, a riad is a traditional Moroccan home. Okay, that basically converted to a hotel or Airbnb or whatever. So if however you want to put that, it's one of those things. And I'm fighting a sneeze right now. So just in case if I do sneeze, I let you know ahead of time. Whoo, boy, I don't know what. Ooh, that was a good one. That stopped though. So anyway, but yeah, so this is a Riyadh. This one had 4 bedrooms, which was perfect for the group that we had. It had a rooftop. It had a full kitchen, and then what was I gonna say? Oh, it came with a housekeeper as well as, well, the housekeeper was a cook as well. So she made a traditional Moroccan breakfast for us the next day, a Moroccan breakfast, which was, and I'll have to show that next week too. So it was so good. Of course, I didn't eat everything, but there's some things on there that were ideal for me to eat. So it was great. I mean, it was like I said, it was a great experience. I would definitely do it again. But it was kind of dicey at first. I have to admit that I didn't know what the heck we were walking into. Walking to this thing because we had transportation from the airport to, I guess, the general area, and the area where the Riyadh is called a Medina, like funky cold Medina. Like it's called a Medina, so that's like the community. So they can have shops there, like shopping, restaurants, and housing there, so they can all live in the Medina. So it's basically like a Moroccan community, and the way you got there, I mean, you basically you get dropped off, and these were the instructions. You get dropped off in front of this restaurant. I can't remember the name of the restaurant, and you had to walk 3 to 5 minutes. That's what it said, right? That's what it said. Walk 3 to 5 minutes. But when you start walking in this Medina, it's like a maze, right? I mean, a maze. It's not, you're not amazed. It's a maze. Maze. So it's like you're walking and you got to make left and right turns down these kind of alleys, just like what I just showed you a while ago. So you're walking down these corridors and you're not sure if this is the right place to go because you're seeing things like this, right? And you're like walking like, wait a minute, if I walk that way, where's it going to take me? So you really don't know. And then we finally found someone that lived in the Medina, and he spoke English well enough to show us where it is. Well, we just showed him the address, and he showed it. He found it for us, and it took maybe another 10 minutes. So we're like 15, 20 minutes, trying to find this place, right? Until this guy comes across and finds, and we end up walking down this particular corridor, down at the end, make a right, and it was right over there, right? So we weren't far off. It's just that we didn't know what to expect. So, like I said, when I mean it was kind of dicey at first, it was kind of dicey. But when we got to this place, we're like, oh my God, this is wonderful. This is cool. So, this is a riad, a traditional riad, which is a traditional Moroccan home. So, but yeah, it was cool. And then the host, she was there, and she was pouring. She had poured some Moroccan tea for us. Oh my God, it was so good. That was my first experience with Moroccan tea. And after that, every place I went, do you have Moroccan tea? Can you serve me some Moroccan tea? And then the thing it is, it's like a production when they pour it, right? They pour it up. Like I'm six, say I'm 6 feet, 6'1", right? So they'd pour it all the way over my head. Like if I was pouring it, I would lift the thing up over my head, and that would pour right into the glass. It's all about the experience, right? So it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. So but anyway, enough about that. The blog. Okay, so anything I'm gonna talk about, because I will have a topic in a couple minutes, and that topic will be on the blog. So just go to russellofhotels.com. That is my website, and just go to the blog, drop down, and hit that button, bing, and then whatever I talked about will be there, as well as things from other shows, other episodes, and all that kind of stuff. I have not uploaded any photos and videos yet, but I will do that shortly. I'm not sure when. I just got, because I'm busy doing some other stuff. I've been getting calls for meetings, and not necessarily meetings, but hotel accommodations, group accommodations. That's what I do as a hotel site selection person. I do groups, 10 rooms or more. I've done as least amount as 10. I've done as most as 650 rooms on peak. So it just depends. This one is along the lines about 25, 30 rooms. This is a leisure group that's leaving New York. They're all flying into New York, but they're taking a cruise, right? So there's a pre and a post cruise. So they need rooms pre and post, right? So they need 2 rooms, or not 2 rooms. They need two days before their cruise. So the pre is going to be 2 days. They go on their cruise for 7 days, and they come back, and they come just one post day. So I want to say it's 20. I want to say, let's say it's 30, 35 rooms. So 2 days they're going to need 35 rooms. That's 70 room nights right there. And then on the back end, when they come back, that's going to be another 30 rooms or 35 rooms or whatever. So yeah, so I do things like that. I mean, and it's funny how I get these clients, right? I mean, somebody introduces me to them, or they, they give them my number and they call me, or they find me on LinkedIn or whatever, and they say, "Hey, I understand you do this. Can you help me with that? Hey, I have this group that wants to, do a cruise to Bermuda. That's where this group is going to." So I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." So that's my job as a hotel site selection. And of course, my job as a host of On Air with Russell of Hotels is to basically talk about some of the things that I do within the hospitality space. And remember, I come with about 25, 30 years of experience working in a hotel. So I know a little bit about it, just a little bit about it. So, but anyway, let's move on, because this does not have to be that long, and I'm already dragging it out. But that's just what I do. So, okay, the topic for today. Topic for today is. Hold on, let me make sure I have my iPad up and running. 5 recommendations for creating brand awareness. Now, going into the new year, we always want to make sure we do certain things, right? Everybody has a whole list of things. Oh, I got my marketing plan and things like that. But how many hotels have on their marketing plan 5 recommendations for creating brand awareness? Or do they have a page on how do we create? I mean, the new year is here. We're in 2025, January 2025. Okay, what do I do? What are my steps, or what should I do to create brand awareness? Do you think a lot of hotels have that? I'm going to start asking questions. I'm going to start asking some of my hotel colleagues, let me see your marketing plan. Let me take a look at it. Let me see the content of it. Does it say that? Are there recommendations for creating brand awareness, or is there a section that the director of sales and marketing is like, I'm going to take this on my own? These are ways that we're going to create brand awareness. We're going to do this. We're going to get with our PR company or whatever, and we're going to do these things. Is that what happens? I don't know. I mean, I'm just, is someone out there, can someone out there help me? I don't know. But anyway, so I come up with these 5 things. And like I said, you don't have to write these down because they're going to be on my blog. So you don't have to write them down. Let me move my head out of the way. I keep moving, but my head keeps, what am I trying to do? Am my head is leaning the wrong way. I keep leaning it this way. So it's covering the thing. But anyway, okay. Number one, here's how hotels can implement the 5 recommendations to creating brand awareness in 2025. So, like I said, you want to start off the year on the right foot. So, my thing would be I want people to know about my hotel, right? They may not know. I may forget about these things mid year, because that's normally when a lot of people forget about their marketing plans mid year. But at least initially, this is what I'm going to start off with. Okay, number one, leverage user generated content. UGC. You guys know what UGC is? Oh, what about that UGC, Russell? That's user generated content. Just in case you didn't even know what that was. Steps to achieve it. Encourage sharing. Sharing is caring. You ever heard of that? Place reminders in rooms or public spaces, like tag us, at your hotel handle, that kind of thing on Instagram, and use hashtag stay your way to be featured. I'm just giving an example. I'm giving you guys so much stuff right now. It's crazy. So encourage sharing. So whatever that is, you got hashtags that you made up or whatever the handle is for your hotel. You're encouraging people, user generated content, meaning you're encouraging your guests to take photos, post things on behalf of your hotel. That's how you get things out there. It's not just your work. I mean, although you got to put in the work too, but if you're enticing your guests to do it too, that's the best form of content creating, is to have someone else generate content for you. That's called user generated content. Or let's say guest generated content. Let's say GGC. What about that GGC? What is GGC? Guest generated content. Entice them to do it. Put it in your elevators. I always see, what do you see in an elevator when you get in you're in a hotel. I'm sorry, I can't even talk. You're in a hotel, you get in the elevator, what do you see? More than likely you're going to see like restaurant advertising. You're going to see this big juicy steak as you're getting on there. Oh man, go to the restaurant on the first floor and get this big juicy steak. It's a ribeye. Oh my God, I love ribeyes. Right? I mean, I'm just using that example. Or I may see, oh, they got this medley of mushrooms, sauteed mushrooms, and all these vegetables. I'm seeing that, right? Well, what about if you didn't have that in your elevator, or maybe you have a couple things in the elevator, food, and then, hey, generate content. Get a free meal if you generate content and you're able to show it. Get a free, not necessarily a free meal, maybe a free drink. Entice them to do things for you, right? Give them reward them. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's ads in the elevators, right? So why not put something where you get the guests to generate some content on behalf of the hotel? That's what you want, right? But people don't even think like that. They just say, hey, well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. No one thinks like that. No one thinks like that. But Marsha Edmonds says ads. Yes, you see a lot of ads in the elevators. A lot of it is food related. But why not throw something in there that says, stay your way to be featured, or, your handle at the hotel, or take a photo here, take a photo there, and maybe, like I said, reward them for doing it. That's what I would do. Run contests. Offer incentives like free stay or dining credit for the best guest photo or video shared online. Boom, there you go. Like I said, I'm giving you the playbook right now. I'm not gonna do it for the rest of the year, but I'm doing it today, right? So if you're watching, you're getting some free, you're getting game today, free game. Curate content. Use tools like Later or Hootsuite, Hootsuite, to find and schedule repost and guest generated content while giving credit. What about collaborate with influencers? Yeah, maybe you have a couple influencers. Maybe like Russell of Hotels. Partner with micro influencers in the travel or lifestyle space to promote your property. Just like I'm promoting the Marriott Marbella, Spain. How many people knew about the Marriott in Marbella, Spain? How many people ain't been to Spain? Maybe you didn't even know there was a Marbella. It's outside of Barcelona. Maybe what is it? It's about a 2 hour flight from Barcelona. So Barcelona is kind of like in the middle of Spain. Marbella is it's the south part of Spain, and you would fly into Malaga. That's where you fly into, and then Marbella is probably from the airport in Malaga. It's about 45 to 50 minute drive. Okay, so it's a little drive to get there. There's no traffic, but it's still about 50 minutes, right? So some of it is road, and a lot of it is like highway. We would call it a freeway here. So it's kind of like that. But it's very nice, very scenic route because it's right on the ocean. Just in case you wanted to know what that was. But anyway, okay, so that was number one. Number two, emphasize sustainability initiatives. So if you're a hotel, everybody's big on sustainability. Well, what are you doing to be sustainable? I mean, are you recycling? Are you conserving water? Do you have a vegan menu? Because that is sustainability. A lot of people don't know that vegan menus are sustainable. The vegan food doesn't go through the same process as if you're serving meat dishes. Just so you know, just in case and if you don't believe me, just Google it and see. So number two is emphasize sustainability in initiatives, share progress, post updates on sustainable initiatives. Whatever you're doing, we've reduced our carbon footprint by 20%, or we save so much water because we use low flush toilets, whatever the heck it is, or we've saved 30 tons of recyclables of plastic because we recycle. We encourage our guests to recycle. Whatever it is, people want to know it. And guess what? That is a huge selling point to some companies because there's a lot of companies that are sustainable too, and they won't do business with people or other companies that are not equally as sustainable. So why wouldn't you do that? And why wouldn't you put that stuff out there as well? Do that when you're posting, put that stuff out there. Maybe even put that in your elevator. Everyone has to ride the elevator, right? Put information there so people see it. Everybody rides the elevator. So why not? You got a captive audience for 30 seconds to a minute. Why not put that stuff in there? What the heck? Educate guests. Add in room materials or digital QR codes explaining how guests can support your efforts during their stay. QR codes, that's huge. Host green events. Organize eco-themed events or cleanup drives in partnership with local organizations. Certifications. Highlight certification. What if you're LEED certified? A lot of convention centers, some hotels are LEED certified. They make sure they post that stuff. Hey, we're LEED certified. It's on their business cards, or it's on all their collateral. It's on their email. We're LEED certified. That is a good thing. They display that on their website and on their social media. So these are all good things. Number three, utilize video content across platforms. Invest in visual content. Create high quality 60-second videos showcasing experiences, amenities, and guest testimonials. You don't want them too long because you want to keep people's attention. People's attention are like gnats. You know what a gnat is? And bzz, 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 they're everywhere, right? And they don't stay on one thing. They don't bother you for long because they go on to something else or someone else, right? So that's how people's mindset is. So you cannot have, sometimes even a minute could be long for certain people, okay? So the first 3 seconds of a video are important. So if you need to put some explosions for people to stop, well, wait a minute, what's exploding? And if that's what you need to do to get people's attention for that whole minute, that's what you do, right? But yeah, so do things that are like a countdown. Okay, it's a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I'm watching. Now I'm intrigued. You got my attention. So whatever you need to do to keep people's attention, that's what you need to do. Short form content. Regularly post TikToks. Do you do TikToks? I do. Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts that are engaging and trendy. You can Google like what are trendy videos or whatever, and then you can maybe copy them. You can copy things. You don't have to come up and You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just copy what everyone else is doing. If they're doing, someone's doing some dancing with it, you don't have to do the dancing. You just take that portion of the video and put your content on it. People do it all the time. Live content, host live Q&A sessions, or virtual tours to interact with potential guests directly. How many hotels are doing that? Walking around, and now guests, sometimes guests don't want to do that, but you would be surprised how many guests want to be involved in a video if you do it. You have to take the step. You have to take the initiative, meaning hotels have to take the initiative to do it. Not everybody in your hotel is going to do it, right? But there's one person there that, that clown, the one that, he's always or she always wants to do things. He or she's always posting things. He or she's always talking. Give them an opportunity to do that. Why not? What the heck? What do you have to lose, right? You're not doing anything now. Most hotels are not doing, they're not even scratching the surface of what they should be doing social media wise, okay? I'm just telling you, this is across the board, right? I see it every single day. And that's the difference between when hotels are really successful and they're not, because they're not doing enough. People don't know enough about their hotel. It's all about creating that brand awareness that people are not taking advantage of. For whatever reason, they're just not taking advantage of it. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help them take advantage of it. So, what did I just do? I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. Okay, so let's see. What else? Any other comments? I see comments coming in. But okay, let's see. Where was I? Where am I? 4. Focus on personalization and guest stories. Gather stories. Collect feedback from guests after their stay, asking for permission to share their positive experiences. Like we used to have a brag book. That's what we call it in sales and catering, where everyone, people that had events, they would, on a comment card, or they'll send a letter in, and it would be in this big binder. And for anybody that came into the catering and sales office and sat down and saw this big ass binder, they would open it up and they would see all the comments, right? It's like a brag book, right? Oh, this is great. Oh, we had our wedding there. Our 25th, anniversary. It was great. Jenny did a great job, and the food, the steaks, and everything were just perfectly cooked. All that kind of stuff. Well, you can do that video form. You don't have to. Who looks at the brag book anymore? Who even comes into the office these days? So you have to. How do you do a brag book? You do it online. You do videos. You talk to guests like, "Hey, how's your stay here?" But make sure you know what they're gonna say first, right? This place sucks. I just got, your front office manager just chewed me out because, he said I did something wrong. You don't want that. But I guarantee you, if you start doing things like that, it's infectious. Is that a good word? Infectious. If you start doing that, it'll get around that. Oh my God, you go there and, people ask you questions, you can interact with them. And you give people things to do that, right? Some people are going to do it on their own, but there's going to be some people that you're going to have to kind of, can you, help me out a little bit? Oh, I really don't do that. What if I give you a free drink? Oh my God, yeah, I'll do it then. Whatever that is, whatever you need to do to get people to engage with you, I think it's all worth it, right? But go to any hotel and see who's doing that. Most people are not doing it. I'm going to say 99% of hotels aren't doing anything like this. 99%. Okay, that means maybe there's 1% that is doing it, but show me that 1%. That's what I need to see. Who are they? I'll be there. I want to check this out in person. So yeah, create a monthly guest spotlight featuring unique stories of travelers who stayed with you. That'd be phenomenal if you did that. Personalized email campaigns using a CRM tool. CRM is where you keep your store, all your clients, your information, all that stuff, and send email. So if you have a CRM, which a lot of hotels, most hotels do, you just the information that we always get, their names, their emails, and all that stuff. Well, you got all that stuff. What do you do with it? You can use it to send letters, special emails, special offers based on guest preferences, for past visits or whatever. Custom itineraries. Offer personalized itineraries for guests based on their reason for travel. Are they there for family, business, honeymoon, whatever it is? Are they doing what do you call it? Are they bleisure? Are they bleisure travelers? Wouldn't it be great to have somebody, you're talking to somebody, why are you here? Oh, well, I came here for business, Monday through Thursday I was here for business, but I'm staying here for the weekend for pleasure. And you'll be like, wait a minute. So you're here for business and leisure. Bleisure. Did you know that was a market? And then have them talk about that? I mean, that would be huge. I see, the wheels are turning here. Is anybody getting me? Are you paying attention? Are you following along? But anyway, and number 5, collaborate with local businesses and DMOs. What is DMOs? DMO is your CVB, Convention and Visitors Bureau, or in this case, what does the DMO stand for again? I'm sorry. Gosh, what is? Whoo, man, marketing. What is a DMO? I forgot. Anyway, but it's a CVB, so Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's Destination Marketing Organization. I'm just being funny. But yeah, DMO stands for Destination Marketing Organization. The old term was CVB, Convention and Visitors Bureau. Okay, that was the old term, but now DMO has taken over. But they're basically interchangeable. If you say one, it means the same thing, right? They're interchangeable terms, but you'll know how long someone's been in the industry if they say DMO versus CVB. CVB, they're old. Like, oh my God, what the hell's a CVB? But DMO, like, oh my God, okay, yeah, Destination Marketing Organization. Yeah, that's so cool. That's where you work? Okay, cool. So, where was I? So collaborate with them, local businesses or your DMO. Build packages. Create bundle packages that include local attractions, restaurants, or events. So wherever you are, wherever your hotel is located near, kind of bundle some things together so they know, because a lot of people don't know what you're near, right? So if you start packaging things or doing joint, advertising and promotions, like say I was at this hotel that was right by Universal Studios. Well, it'd have been ideal for us to start adding some things that Universal Studio was doing. If they were coming out with a new ride or a new attraction or whatever, it would be great to bundle some kind of promotional material with that. So you're selling two things. You're selling the theme park and you're selling your hotel, right? So those are things that you should do or that you can do. What about restaurants in the area? Whatever it is, whatever kind of traffic generators, maybe there's a mall or shopping, those outlet malls and you're near there. Package those things together. Maybe there's like a ton of restaurants there and no other place has, these types of restaurants. It's okay to bundle that stuff together and do joint promotions and all that stuff. And get with your CVB or DMO and say, hey, what do you guys have going on? Maybe they have some things going on that you can, what am I trying to say? You can co-market with them, and maybe they'll pick up the tab. Who knows? I'm just saying, maybe their budgets are bigger than yours. Why not ask? The worst they can say is, no, we can't do that. But are we even asking that? Probably not. That'd be my guess. We're probably not asking those questions. But yeah, so general tips and strategies. Measure impact. Use analytics tools like Google Analytics and for specific insights to track engagement and adjust strategies. Consistency. That is the key. Ensure that your messaging aligns across all platforms. Maintain a cohesive and recognizable brand identity. So, keep with that. Who's your brand? What's your identity? Keep it going. But be consistent, meaning you don't do this one time and think it's going to work, right? You got to continuously do things. How many times you guys think I do things in a week, right? Well, I do things 7 days a week. That's crazy, right? But I know I have to do that for people to remember who the heck I am. So, yeah, no one's going to remember you, right? Just like no one's going to remember your hotel when it's time to book unless you have put something in front of them. People are going to remember the last hotel that called on them or the last hotel that they were in, okay? That's the only thing. The last hotel I was in was the Marriott at Paris Airport or Charles de Gaulle Airport. That's the last hotel I was in. So that's the last one I remember, right? but I can. If I really had to think, I remember the first one I was in Spain, right? But no, it doesn't matter. I remember the last one, right? So that's the one that's free on my mind, as well as the Marriott in Marbella, because it's on my screen. So just remember that. And we tend to forget those things, that we think that people are always going to remember our hotels or our destinations. No, they only remember them if you make them remember, meaning you're sending them something, or you're talking about something, or they see you on social media. That's the only way people remember you. Sorry, hate to say it, but that's true. Let's see. Who's hiring? Who's hiring? Who's hiring? So I have a couple jobs here. Just a couple today. Let's see who's hiring. Let me get to a place where you can see me. Oh, and this is before I go into the who's hiring. Eric Vocal. Eric Vocal? Vocal? Um Sagrada Familia Suites. This is in Barcelona, Spain. I didn't take a picture of the whole thing. I don't know why I didn't. Is well, first of all, it was small, but I don't know. There's so many people with us. They're all, I try to hold people back, like, hey, hold on, let me take a picture of this before I let them get ahead of me. So that's what happened, right? So this was 2 bedrooms, but the thing it is, all of them, the bedrooms had, well, no, one had a king size bed, and the other one had two twins, and this is one of the twins, twin bed, and the other one's on the other side. So basically, what this is, like an Airbnb. So it's in a high rise building. But they manage it like a hotel. So during the day, there's someone there. They have housekeeping services. They have other services as well, but it's real limited. After hours, they close at 5 o'clock. So I think the office is open from like 8 to 5. They close, and then anyone that comes in after hours, you have to. They give you a code to access the door or the building, right? So you put in the 55321 whatever, and then you come in, and then there's an actual machine that will dispense your key, your room key. Everything is digital, right? So it will dispense actually a room key. You put in a code or whatever, and you have to verify your name. That is you, and boom, okay, you're in room 315. It pops down at the bottom. You take it and go to the room 315, and you get into your room. That's exactly how it works. You prepay for everything. If there's issues, then you deal with them the next day, for the most part. But it's kind of like I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Casa, Kasa. If not, check out Casa.com. They're here in the States, and they're kind of the same kind of concept as this Eric Vocal. If not familiar with them at all, but you said, let's see, what did you say? Marsha said something. Let me put that up there. You didn't stay with the group. Yeah, right. Yeah, sure I did. Sure I did. I always stay with the group. Yeah. But anyway, so Eric Vocal. So check that out if you're ever in Spain, if you need accommodations, because we're with a group, right? It wasn't just my family, it was other families as well, right? So sometimes the most economic way is to do like we did, like it's Airbnb, or we did um, the Riyadh in Morocco. I mean, so we did do some hotels though. We did do at least 3 hotels out of 5, right? But 2 of the things that we did were like Airbnb, and we booked those via, because over there hotels.com, yeah, hotels.com over Europe, in Europe is huge, right? So you book a lot of things through there. They don't go to their websites. You basically book through hotels.com. That's how it works over there, just so you know. But anyway, this show here on Air with Russell of Hotels comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock PST. I try to keep it, like I said, try to keep it low. I mean, as far as the time, but actually I'm close to going over now. No, it's like I still got like 10 minutes. So anyway, who is hiring? Because I forgot about that. Who is hiring? The Delphi Hotel. I always want to call it the Delphi Hotel, but it's called the Delphi. And this used to be, this is, okay, let me back up. All the jobs that I'm showing or that I'm talking about are in the greater Los Angeles area. Okay, so if you're in Atlanta, I'm not talking about Atlanta. Okay, I'm talking about the greater LA area. Okay, so who's hiring in the greater LA area? Hotel Delphi, which used to be the Standard Hotel downtown Los Angeles. Now, some people are like, oh my God, I know that hotel. But yeah, now it's called the Delphi, but it's spelled like Delphi. I mean, go figure. Anyway, they're looking for a director of sales and marketing. So check that out if you're interested. Residence in. Remember this: the hotels or the jobs that I'm showing, they're less than 5 days. They've been out less than 5 days. Meaning, I don't. If there's something that's been online or I been seeing it for like a whole week, I'm not gonna talk about those because hopefully those jobs have been. They probably got 1,000 resumes already, and you adding to it is not gonna help you out any. So yeah, so these are less than a week old. So I think, in fact, these are either brand new today or no more than 4 days out. So Residence Inn in El Segundo, they're looking for a director of sales. The Westin Pasadena, they're looking for a director of operations. And then the Wayfair Hotel downtown LA, they're looking for a general manager. So there you go. Go to Indeed.com. Those are all on Indeed. Now this is the Marriott Marbella, Spain. So this is I guess a room with two. Those are queen size beds, right? Queen. They're not doubles. Those are queens, I believe. So, but I don't know why they push them together. I mean, there's room to kind of separate them, but they push them together, and I've seen that at all the hotels in Europe. That's just how it is. I don't know, but hey, you just go with it because that's how it is. I didn't try to push them apart. Consistency, consistency, consistency. One thing I can say that a lot of people can't is that I am as consistent as the day is long. Okay, so if I say I'm going to do on air with Russell of Hotels every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, I'm going to do that. Now, if I change, sometimes I will change it to a different day because if I'm out of town or whatever, but I do it consistently, right? So if I say I'm going to do show number 282, I'm going to do show number 282. So today is show number 282, right? So I do things 5 days a week. I do on air with Russell of Hotels every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And then I do a daily check in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And that's normally in the noon time. I don't have a specific time for that, but it's all on LinkedIn and YouTube. And then what I started doing is a new web series called Hospitality Unplugged. Basically, the story of my story, right? How I got started and some of the things that I went through, starting, trying to figure out where I wanted to go as far as hotels concerned. Because remember, no two people got in the industry alike, right? So I actually went to college and then started working. So I talked about that journey. I'm talking about that journey. Now I'm on episode number 6. I just put out episode 5 and 6 over the weekend. So that's Saturday and Sunday. So that's 7 days a week of me. So 7 days a week, I'm going to post at least one thing every day. Normally it's multiple things, but you can always count on 7 days a week of me posting something. Because the more you post, the more people remember what you do. And when they go to, well, I need a group for this, or I need a destination for my group, I have this company and blah, 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 and I've been given the task of finding a hotel for our next meeting. Well, that's what I do. My job is to help you with that, to make it easier for you, right? I formulate the RFP, send it to my hotel partners and CVB partners. They, in turn, send me back a proposal. I send that proposal to you. You figure out which ones you like. If there's any questions about it, of course, I contact the client and get more information or try to negotiate a better rate for you or whatever the heck it is. Meeting space, meals, all those kind of things. I take care of all that, meaning I negotiate all that stuff, right? And make sure it's in the contract. You would have to sign the contract, but I'm the one that's negotiating all the terms and conditions of the contract. You sign it, and then there you go. So that's my job, to do a lot of the legwork for my clients. So, I guess you guys know this is the Eiffel Tower in Paris. So we had like a layover in Paris. So we flew from Malaga, Spain to Paris, France. When we got there about 8:30 at night. Okay. So our plan was to go see the Eiffel Tower, see whatever in the immediate area of the Eiffel Tower. which we did, and we ate, and then went back to the airport because we had to be at the airport at 10 a.m. the next day because we had a 1 o'clock flight. So we were just there just enough time to see the Eiffel Tower. We saw La Seine, the river, and like I said, whatever's in that area. Experience a taxi cab, two taxis, and a restaurant, and we got the heck out of there. So we weren't there that long. I would love to go back and kind of experience Paris, you know, and take it all in, see a lot of the other attractions and things like that that we did not get to see. But you know, this was, I mean, you can't go to Paris and not see this. This was spectacular, amazing. Okay, so there you go. There you go. I didn't mean to do that. But anyway, so that's it. So any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. My email is russell@russellofhotels.com. Website is russellofhotels.com. Remember that the blog is there. All the information I talked about, the topic will be on there, and I'll update with the photos and all that kind of stuff. I hit the wrong button, so I apologize for that. You know, for that noise you did hear. But hey, stuff happens. It's real time. You know, I'm rusty from not doing the show last week. But anyway, that is it. Thank you guys so much for the questions. I appreciate the questions that came in from Stacy and Marsha Edmond. Do appreciate that. And that is it. So you guys have a great day, a great week, and Happy New Year, Happy 2025. And like I said, any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. You go to my website if you want to call me. Go to my website, russellofhotels.com, because some people do opt for that. You can go to my website, and my phone number is right there, along with my website. I mean, along with my email as well. So until next week, or no, I'm sorry, until tomorrow for the daily check-in. You guys have a great day, and thank you guys so much. Appreciate ya.
Thank you for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels. Please tune in every Tuesday at 1 p.m. as we talk to other hospitality professionals. Your feedback is important to Russell. Feel free to email him at russell@russellofhotels.com with any questions or suggestions. Until next time, try not to be a person of success, rather become a person of